You're listening to Stories to Create with your host, Cornell Bunting. Author, motivational speaker, and founder of EHAS Each Episode. Cornell sits down with inspiring voices to uncover the stories that shape who we are and who we're becoming. Get ready to listen, learn, and be inspired. The show starts now.
Yes. Welcome to another episode of Stories to Create podcast. Right here, EHAS Club. I'm your host, Cornell Bunting. The juice is getting ready to spill. Of course, after season 5, because we're in season 5 right now, I think we have about 5 more episodes, and then season 5 will be done. Season 6 is different show. It's a bigger show. It's about the juice. You guys are going to be able to catch a lot of that on TV. What that look like. We're currently working on a deal right now with what that will look like. So, with Cornell, of course, it's a name that's getting out there. So for a lot of you guys that don't necessarily know who Cornell Bunting is, what Cornell Bunting does, today is that show. Today you get to hear a little bit about what I do, who I am, and then also my secretary for the nonprofit organization that helped to create self-reliance and a growth mindset for disadvantaged youths in underserved communities, preferably. We'll be here talking a little bit about her role, what she's been doing, getting the board members engaged, the admin team engaged, and then the communities that we serve. Between here in Southwest Florida, a lot of people are saying, hey, are you going to extend some of your service to South Florida? We don't have the people yet. And then we don't really have the money yet either. So, I would say to you guys, if you feel compelled to look at some of what we're doing, between the Stories to Create program, where we help youths in all these different areas, understand integrity, understand how to communicate, understand financial literacy, there's all these different moving parts. And the biggest thing is really to help them understand their value, understand their purpose, what they're supposed to be walking in. It's a beautiful thing. I'm really excited because of a lot of what we've been doing, the impact that have already been made. I've had individuals that have interned from colleges that have come in. And when I tell you some of them are already doing their own thing, we have a young man that was with us. He followed me around for, I want to say, 2 years before he went on his own. I'm having him going to alternative school and speaking to these youths, and he's doing it without me being there. And now that young man actually started his own company. And, we had a heart-to-heart talk the other day, and, he was just grateful that I had gave him that opportunity to follow me around to see how I interact with the youths and how I help them to see how important they are, because we live in a society where a lot of these youths, they don't feel like they will mount out to anything. They don't feel like, their destiny looks beautiful, and so, but we all have a story, and we all have our own, we have paths. And, in this world, the path you choose, depends on what is on that path, will what your journey look like. And it's where, the adversities will come in, but understand those adversities are there to teach you and help you grow and move into that individual that you're supposed to be, which is where you be walking into your purpose and what that look like. So, I have like a couple brotherhoods, that I connect with on a weekly basis. I have my up close group, it's about 13 to 15 of us. We meet every Tuesday morning, just to dive in the word. And, we try to, kind of dissect what brotherhood is and what that look like. And And I'd put a note together today because I wanted to kind of help you guys understand the importance of why we do what we do. And then I have another group. It's a bigger group, it's about 80 guys. I was going to say I might be the youngest guy there, but there are some guys that are younger than me. But it's called the Canaan Society. I meet with those guys on a Thursday morning. And these are a lot of times when I'm meeting with these brothers, sometimes some of you guys are still sleeping because I'm up early. I'm up from like 4 a.m. in the morning. I'm getting my devotion done. My devotion normally goes for an hour, where I'm listening to other individuals pour into me because I pour out a lot. So I got to get someone to pour back into me, and my mentor for a lot of you guys that, and, you might not follow him before, but, my mentor had recently passed. He had gotten sicker, and so we were talking less and less. But I've learned so much from that man, and I won't say his name. I would have to call his widow now to get her permission for me to be okay with doing that. But what I want to do, is just kind of help you guys understand how important brotherhood is and what that look like, because a lot of us sometimes don't necessarily understand, the craft of how that have the inspired to what that would look like when it aligns with a lot of what I do, even with my nonprofit organization, EHAS, that stands for Everyone Has a Story. And so I'm going to touch on 5 areas of why brotherhood is so important. And, for a lot of you guys that are watching or listening, understand this. This is really important. And for you ladies that, maybe you have a guy that you're not fan with him hanging out with the brothers, here's why. There's 5 ways or 5 reasons it is very important. So understand brotherhood when it's formed and it's true, true brotherhood begins where judgment ends and compassion begins. Rooted in action, not just words. That's huge right there. And I if you guys want me to unpack that a little bit, I can. But, it's basically saying, action is louder than words. A lot of people sometimes, because of the moment or the situation they're in, will say, yeah, man, I'll do this, I'm there for you. And then when you finally reach out to them for them to be there for you, they're not there. They didn't pull up, And it's one of those things where I know a lot of people deal with that right now, where someone says something, but then the action was never there. It's like empty barrel. I'm from the island, so, they say empty barrel make the most noise. And a lot of people be like, what does that even mean? And sometimes, and I've learned this even in fights where someone, when you're getting ready to get into an altercation with someone and they're talking a lot, if they're talking like a whole lot, you're not going to fight. If the fight's not going to happen. If you hear a guy telling you a bunch of stuff and don't have no fists fold up or anything, he's not really trying to fight, because one, he probably don't really know how to fight. He's just trying to scare you into not getting into that fight. So when you hear someone speaking a lot, just let that one slide. You can even let him look good by saying, you know what, you got this. So you don't, embarrass him because he's trying to get out of it. So anyways, someone that knows how to fight, don't be doing all that talking. They are ready to knock your face off. So it's one of those things. But anyways, and I'll go over it again so you guys understand. True brotherhood begins where judgment ends and compassion begins, rooted in action, not just words. It's a beautiful thing. Second one, in every young man lies a leader, in every brother a bridge to hope. Together we rise. That's huge right there. Huge, people. When I tell you, you know, if more of us understand the leadership role that we hold and us stepping into that and carrying out what the duties of that leader looks like, you know, I'm telling you, we're in a productive world, we're in a progressive world, but it's just a very few people enjoying what that looks like. Number 3, brotherhood is the silent pact of souls who refuse to let one another fall. Woo! Hey, listen. I gotta help you understand this. 4, better than 1. 2 is better than 1. 3, the more, and just imagine that's together where everything is locked in. We ain't gonna let you fall, my brother. We got you. Telling you. Solid. I'm so excited just to even just tap into that, because there's so much there. You know, when you ever said to brothers that won't let you fall, like, you know, you are so close to falling, but they refuse to put you in that situation. They're there. They're about action. They're not just about words. It's a beautiful thing. And they see the leader in you, and they want to make sure that you get to push that to its fullest and what that looks like. 4, to lift a brother is to lift a generation. Each end extend shapes a legacy. And I know you guys hear that, and you know that's like really powerful. To lift a brother is to lift a generation. That in itself right there, that's a whole lot happening. That's a whole lot happening right there. Just imagine, because, we need a woman to, we go into that bond of whatever that looks like, and then those little seeds that we have that we plant in that woman to have a child. Hey, just imagine generations. You never know what seed is going to come and what that seed is going to do. Could be the next president, could be someone that makes some really powerful decisions to help the world move into a direction that everyone be like, yo, this is amazing. So understand how powerful number 4 is. To lift a brother is to lift a generation. It's beautiful. Each hand extended shapes a legacy. That's big. And I can't even stress on that enough. And number 5, the last one. Our strength is not in numbers, but in the courage to stand for one another when it matters most. Ooh-wee. Listen, I'm excited just even uttering what that looked like. And I want you guys to hear that again. Our strength is not in numbers, but in the courage to stand for one another when it matters most. Just imagine, your brother is in a room with a bunch of people that could really help your brother do a lot of what he's doing that he might be struggling in. And that brother just say, hey, man, I have a brother that this is the area that he's strong in, but, he needs some backing. He needs some backing from what some of you guys are capable of. That's someone shouting, man. That's someone championing for you right there, understanding the importance of what that's going to look like. So listen, I'm so excited because, of course, you guys get that juice. You get the juice of the brotherhood, and now you get the juice from EHAS secretary. She is finally here, people. It's a beautiful thing. She is fully late. Fully late. You just jump right in.
I'm jumping.
This is good.
I sent you my location.
You did, huh?
You know why, right? So in case I get lost in the ghetto. You know,
Listen,
I told you I don't know how to throw hands. This would be a problem. I said, he's going to come rescue me.
This is good.
Probably don't need to make him so loud.
But listen, I got to tell you, I'm so excited that you're here right now.
Yes.
And I got to tell you guys, because she is terrible at direction. She is terrible. We get you like right there. Let's just bring him in just a little bit. There you go. That's good. Yes.
Beautiful.
It's a beautiful thing.
You have to tell everyone I'm bad at directions.
So you want to be looking right in the people there. They want to see.
Never been on a podcast.
Hey, listen, this is the part of the show where it's just a little discombobulated. It's okay.
That's because it's just my life. I'm always discombobulated.
So I got to tell you guys, before we dive into this segment of the show, she is terrible with direction. And she knows this. And instead of her putting wherever she's going in the map to help her, she doesn't do that. She challenged what she thinks she remembers or knows, and then she got to get lost. Okay.
Okay, but listen, when I have to put in my own address in my own town, that's like embarrassing. That's like, what? I know my way home. Don't I know my way home? Apparently.
Hey, listen, we were in the cuffs. I'm just saying, we were just hanging out.
There's no cuffs in Naples. We were probably
We weren't in the cuffs. We were in a good area. And we drove around one spot 2 times. We were like, oh yeah, we was definitely here already. By then you know you was lost. In circles. This is amazing.
Because I refuse to put my address in the GPS.
She refused, people. So anyways, without further ado, we have the lovely Anna Landolac on the show today.
Hello.
It's a beautiful thing. And so we, because of course, we're going to dive in a little bit of her world. And then now, as EHAS secretary, that's going to be helping with the impact of all these young lives. But before we go there, because I know you guys heard a little slang there. You know the English is not fully there. She got more than one language. So you got to tell her, listen, where are you from?
I am Serbian.
Serbian?
Born and raised in Chi-Town.
Ooh.
Serbian girl from Chi-Town.
Okay.
The burbs.
Burbs. From the burbs.
I'm from the burbs. This is why. This is
beautiful. So you know the Serbian.
Pom-pom girl from the burbs. I know Serbian, Macedonian, Croatian. Yeah.
Wow. So you
little Spanish.
So you got
Portuguese.
like 5 different languages that you could speak. That's serious right there, people. You got to love that right there. So, born in the burbs, like in Chi-Town, because there was one time when people was excited about Chi-Town.
Yeah. It's changed. It's changed a lot. It's a scary thing. Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
How was that, though, like growing up, because you got siblings?
I have 2 sisters. I'm the baby.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ah.
I'm the baby girl.
You're the baby that moved at a leadership level.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Every young person carries a story of hope, of struggle, of dreams waiting to rise. But in too many underserved communities, those stories go unheard.
At EHAS INC, everyone has a story. We believe every voice deserves a chance. Through mentorship, empowering programs, and storytelling workshops, we help youth discover their purpose, strengthen their mindset, and build a future they can be proud of.
From classrooms in Jamaica to communities across Southwest Florida,
EHAS is changing lives,
one story at a time.
but we can't do it alone. Join us, become a mentor, volunteer, donate, help us fuel the next generation of leaders, creators, and change makers.
Visit EHASINC.org today. Because when you help a young person share their story, you help them change their world.
Yeah, kind of, I guess. I mean, I didn't look at it like that, but probably.
I mean, I met your sister, and you taller than that. What happened?
I'm 5'5". I'm the tallest one in my family, so I don't know what happened. We don't know.
That's serious.
It's serious, yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, they're like 5'2" and under.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think my niece just hit 5 feet. That was it. That was it. It's
So
we're not midgets, but we're pretty small.
But I got to tell you, because if your dad is not with us no more, but you had a dad that was a funny guy.
He was a funny guy. Yeah, he was a character. All my friends loved him. They called him Paco. That was his nickname. If I tell you how he got his nickname, that's the funnier part.
You got to tell me.
You want to know how he got the name Nick?
Yes,
All right.
yes.
So we're going to spring break. Now, backtrack that my dad was very protective.
Yeah.
I mean, we couldn't date. We couldn't. That's
was
nothing.
serious
No.
about it.
It was very serious. We
Yeah.
were his girls. No.
Yeah.
So we go on spring break.
Yeah.
The bikini thing even got him rolling. He didn't even like that. I think we were banned from wearing the 2 pieces. But
Oh my goodness.
we're spring break. We're young. We bump into some people that we know from high school
Yeah.
in Daytona Beach.
Yeah.
Daytona spring break.
Wow.
Why did he bring us there? That was the problem, first of all. But nevertheless, he did. He
Yeah.
brought us there.
Yeah.
So we go there and we're at a party.
Yeah.
We got invited to a party with our friends. So we're up in a condo skyrise on the 20th floor, maybe. I don't know.
Wow. Yeah.
And we're up there, and someone looks out the window and goes, "I think your dad is calling you." And my sister and I are like, "What? What? We probably on our second beer. I don't know. We're like 16. And
Way
I'm
down
like,
on the floor.
"No." And one of the dudes was like, "Yeah, I think that's your dad calling you." And I was like, how my dad's going to find us up there?
Yeah.
I shit you not. My dad was in the sand below
No.
the condo skyrise going. And I was like, that's my dad. That's my dad. I think we have to go. Donna, we gotta go. Dad's on there. Everyone's like, Paco. It's Paco. I was like, who's Paco? So that was it. That's how he got his
Paco
famous
was created.
nickname.
Oh my
Paco was
goodness.
created on Daytona Beach.
Wow.
Yeah, a million years ago.
Wow. I tell you, it's always good though. I was just telling them earlier today, it's good to find something to laugh about. And you guys got an opportunity to do that on a regular.
I laughed through trauma. I grew up a little, our household was interesting.
Yeah.
Serbians coming to America, fresh off the boat.
Yeah.
It was interesting. They didn't get the whole American culture. The accents were thick,
Culture shock was huge.
yeah. So it was a little different.
Yeah.
I realized at some point when I was allowed to get out of the house,
Yeah.
that my family was a little different than my friends' families.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, is this what normal is? I don't know. We sit down together and we talk.
Yeah.
You mean no one's yelling?
Right.
Oh, this is
Wow.
interesting. It was.
So you guys-
I realized then that I was different.
Wow.
That it was going to be different.
So you grew up in a yelling family. Just-
Loud.
Yeah.
See how loud I am?
Fully loud.
It's fully loud. I could be on the phone, and I'm talking not cell phone. I'm talking phone.
Wow.
The line hooked to the wall phone.
Yeah.
People literally thought we were at a party, or
wow.
I was having a party. I'm like, no, why would we having a party? It's just like me, my dad, my sister. Like, what party? We're just loud. But humor is definitely my way of coping with a lot of things.
Oh, that is amazing.
Yeah.
That is
Because better to laugh than to cry, right?
This
You know what
is
I always
true.
say this?
This is true, yeah. I mean, a lot of people don't even know how to do that. So, hearing someone that can do that, that's huge right there.
Yeah.
You talk something about your dad and him on the bread.
Oh, My dad, I have so many funny stories. He was amazing. It was sad. Last year was when we lost him in January. I didn't get to say goodbye, so that's even more sad. I was here in Naples.
Yeah.
But the memories and the stories are just, he was a character.
Yeah.
But the coolest thing about him, though, I think, is that he didn't give a shit.
Yeah. That's good.
He was like, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm gonna live. You do you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be. He grew up in poverty. He was left to mind his sister very young. I think he was 15, she was 13, something like that, and that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he had to pick up the slacks real quick.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you moved from Chi-Town, came to Naples. What was that transition like?
Oh, I fell in love with Naples years ago, coming back and forth on vacation, and I always said I want to live here.
Yeah.
And I started to make it happen a few years ago. I bought a house, and I was like, I'm gonna make this happen. I don't know how, because I was still in a custody battle with my kid. I was like, I don't know how this is gonna happen, but it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I don't know how. I was drawn. I was called here.
Yeah.
I knew this is the right thing, and wanted to get my career back on track.
Right.
So about 2 Julys ago, I got sick.
Okay.
I was diagnosed with cancer.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was a bad one. It was aggressive, stage 3, metastatic, the whole thing, blah, blah, blah. But I'm here, so it's all good.
Yeah.
And then that was like my aha moment. Everyone's like, well, you're going to come back? Are you going to come back? Well, you have to come back. And I said, no.
Yeah.
No. It was even more that I had to stay. It was like the little voice, a little voice saying, right here. I said, if I go home, I'll die.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is my home now.
Yeah. Wow.
And then I never went back until till recently.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Till March. Yeah.
But you started a company for interior design.
Yes. It was my dream to do this because in Chicago I worked for I started remodeling and flipping homes with a builder, and then I fell in love with that, so I went to school for interior design. Yeah. Coming out of management and marketing, I quit. Literally, I'm at DePaul. I've got 12 credits still. I could just graduate right now with 12 credits left.
Wow.
And I was like, no, I don't want to. I don't want to be behind a desk anymore. I'm done.
Yeah.
So this is what I want to do. So I go for interior design, and I worked for a firm that had like a storefront, and then their designers were upstairs, and we had this store. And I said, I like this.
Yeah.
And when I came here, I said, I want to do that. I want to have a little store, studio, and and my little workspace. Yeah. And so I made it happen.
That's beautiful.
My dream came true.
You did that.
My dream came true. Yes.
You did that.
I did that.
And then you put up in a space. Listen. With her, things just happen. I'm just saying.
I don't know about that.
You pull up in a space, and next thing you know, everyone was like, "Oh, the secretary for EHAS?" And right in.
Well, yeah. You made that happen, though.
Yeah,
I was like, oh my God, what do you do? I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What do you do? I'm like, that's amazing. I'm like, I'm about to cry. Don't even tell me anymore. Every time he tells me about the kids, I'm like, don't tell me anymore. I'm going to cry. So I, just felt like, oh my gosh, if there's a way I could help, and so I came to a board meeting, right?
Yeah.
Not knowing what to expect. I literally thought I was driving you because you just came out of the hospital, remember?
Yes, this is true.
Yeah. So I was like, all right, I'm driving him to the board meeting. I'll just, pop in.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yes.
That was it. That's it. Now I'm the secretary.
She's locked in and lock and load, and we got a whole lot going on. We have a lot about to unfold.
Yes.
And you got a team of people. What would you say about the squad? What you think?
The squad, we're moving forward. Yeah. I don't know about some of the people that maybe fell off. I'm not sure. I haven't met them, but I love who I see on Zoom.
Yes.
We got some beautiful people. We got some beautiful people that really care about the organization and that are really making waves. Yes. Trudy?
Yes, Trudy.
Trudy?
Yes.
She's making waves. My cutie little Jana, she's on top of it.
Yeah.
We love it. So we're making things happen, and I'm excited for what's coming.
Yes.
We've got, I'm sure they know. Do they know what's coming?
Yes, they know.
You want me to tell them? You're going to tell them? You want me to tell them? Okay. Yeah. He'll tell you better because he's a better storyteller. I might disappear in a minute. But How I talk, we don't know. Yeah. So he probably this is why he hasn't had me on the podcast. He's like, I don't know where she's gonna go. I don't know if we're gonna bring her back. So anyway, so we have soccer coming up.
Yes.
In May, May 10th. May 10th.
Yep,
Soccer.
May 10th, yep.
In Jamaica. Yay! I won't be at that one. Then we're planning something. It's in the works, so stay tuned.
Yes.
Very soon.
Yes.
Pickleball.
Yes.
Pickleball in Naples.
We're having a pickleball tournament in June. Actually,
play.
they respond, so I got
I
to
won't
send them
play.
the.
I can't play.
Listen, it's okay. I did play pickleball with
just put the
a,
pom
against an old lady, and she beat me bad.
She beat you bad.
Hey, we're not going to talk about that. We're not going to talk.
Let's do a rematch. I want to see. I have to see this. I have to see it. Yeah, I want front row seats to that. For sure. For sure.
But yeah, so June, definitely the big pickleball. But then July.
I'm so excited.
Yes.
I'm so excited. Going to Jamaica.
Yes.
We're going to Jamaica. We're going to have a big golf tournament there.
Big golf tournament, July 19.
We have a lot of people from down here going, which is amazing.
We got a lot of people going down to just be a part of what that experience is going to look like. We're going to have a huge house where people can, they stay there while they're there. Have a chef. We'll have a, I don't know if we'll have a butler, but we'll have a chef and a maid, and but it's gonna be. It's gonna look at who's messaging me. Truly.
Did she hear me?
I don't know. If she hear you.
She's like, that big mouth. I hear her all the way in New York.
It's beautiful. So we're really excited. With a lot of what's going on, we're excited that you're with us, and
Thank you.
Yes. All of what's going on. I'm just so excited because you're so cheerful. Despite anything that's going on in our world, as you guys can see, well, we haven't really dived into a lot of that stuff. We got to leave that for like another show because as you guys can see,
I'd be dead.
Yeah, we need her for a whole show because today she was fully late. So,
well, whose fault was that?
It's kind of my fault. So,
Yeah.
but it was
Look at
all
this.
right.
Look at how late I am.
She made it. She came in
Ladies
like
can't get in the
a
house.
quarter way left in the show. So this was beautiful. But for the listeners, that want to find you now and like you touch a little bit on the interior designing. Where can they find you? What does that look like?
I'm in Bonita Springs, right on Tamiami. The address is silly to say because you can't find addresses here. You just have to say where it is. It's in the tax collector center.
Yeah.
So I'm right there by Vicino's Coffee, my favorite coffee, and by Consign and Design, and hopefully maybe moving into the bigger spot.
There you go.
We'll see.
So when you
I might need a bigger spot.
Yes, when you type in Landolac Design,
Yes, you will find me.
You will definitely find her. And then can they find you on like social media?
I have Facebook, I have Instagram, I have a website. So
this is beautiful.
It's all Landolac Design, same name. Easy.
That's
easy breezy.
Easy breezy.
Don't critique my social media skills.
She do have a dog though that have a page. No. A cat.
Lynx.
Lynx.
She loves you.
But
Lynx the
who
ragdoll.
has a dog that has a page?
My daughter, Stitch the Bully. Stitch the Bully. He is a character.
Oh, yeah.
You got to meet him. Stitch the Bully. Most of the posts are mine.
So
it's my fur baby.
So we got to tell you guys. For some of you guys that don't know, I have a video game out. And in the video game,
yes.
Roscoe has this dog that chased Nostro. The dog looks
exactly like Stitch the Bully. First thing I said when I'm doing I was like, oh my God, this looks like Stitch. I call my daughter. I'm like, Samantha, it looks like Stitch. And she's like, oh my God, it's Stitch. Everyone, if you're from Chicago, if you know my daughter, if anyone knows who Stitch the Bully is,
yes.
So I named the dog in the video game. I don't know if you know that, but that is now Stitch.
That is Stitch.
That is now Stitch.
Hey, we gonna give it that's Stitch.
That's Stitch.
And Stitch will get you. And he catch up on you real quick.
But what happened?
Look at you.
Wait, what happened yesterday? Okay.
She was playing the game. She's now higher on the leaderboard.
I'm climbing. I'm climbing the ladder.
She beat her whole score.
I beat my old score.
That's dope.
Yep.
That's
what
dope.
happened when I got my first score? I was like, no, I'm on the leaderboard in the middle of the night. I'm calling, texting. I'm having like a party. And then last night I was like, oh my gosh, I did not. I said, Kiko, quiet, quiet. Yeah. I'm getting there. I think I'm going to beat the score. Yep. And the number's rolling. The number's rolling. Now I'm all like, then Roscoe, Stitch got me. Stitch got me.
Like, listen, but, shut it down right
But now. I'm on the leaderboard. I beat my own score.
It's amazing. So, hey, okay. I know a lot of you guys are fighting to get on the leaderboard, but listen, it's a beautiful thing. The video game is doing what it's doing, and, the buzz from what have happened with the USA Today article talking about the rise of nostril chase.
Yes, it's amazing.
It could possibly be the hottest mobile video game for the summer.
Yep.
We'll see. We're working on that. So, hey, if you have not get it yet, go and download it on your phone. It's in the App Store. It's in the Google Play Store. Cheese Chase.
Easy. Not easy. The game is not easy. You try to beat my score. Yeah. I will buy you dinner if you buy my score. If you beat my score, yes. I will.
Yeah,
because I'll be mad.
I told someone, they said they're gonna beat my score. I told them, I said it's gonna be very hard because I'm second place on the leaderboard and I'm also third place on the leaderboard. It was not easy. I spent some hours making sure that score was where it is. So
yeah, you did.
Yes.
I don't know how I'm gonna beat your score, but I'm trying.
She's trying.
I'm trying.
So listen, with that, because we are in the end of the segment of the show, of course, there's a whole lot we did unpack in a short time. You guys are welcome. You get to see her cheerful self. You will again. We will schedule a full show where she's not late for the show. And you guys will get some of the juice. Yes.
A lot of juice.
It's a lot of juice. You guys will get some of the juice. So thank you for being on the show today.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're a rock star.
Thank you.
Listen, there you guys have it right here in EHAS Club until our next episode where we have another decorative guest right here at EHAS Club. Thank you.
Thanks for tuning in and downloading this episode of Stories to Create. We appreciate you being part of this growing community of storytellers and listeners. If today's conversation inspired you, please share the show with friends, family, or anyone who could use a little motivation in their journey. A special thank you to our sponsors, EHAS Organization, Cornell Bunting LLC, and Nostril Cheese Chase for supporting the mission and making this podcast possible. To learn more about our work, upcoming projects, and how you can get involved, be sure to visit www.heartfelt and www.cornellbunting.com. Until next time, keep creating, keep growing, and remember, your story has power.